yeah, got that beat going. What is up? Welcome in, button mashers. It is I, NatesLegend, joined as always by the one and only the Doodly Doo. And again, we are joined today by your boy Chaz. How are you today, Chaz? What's going on?
Oh man, it's going well. It's Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good day, y'all. It is a great day.
I haven't been outside though, so it might be
you
hot.
haven't even been outside yet? Oh, I'm sure it is. I don't even want to check the temperature. I'm too scared to see how.
I saw some clouds, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to burn up if I walk outside, so I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. This is gnarly stuff. Well, all right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump in. I wanna give everybody a chance to kind of get to know you a little bit here, Chaz. But we're gonna cover Scott here real quickly. Scott, now you had a chance to stream this weekend. Yes.
Yeah.
We played Knockout City together this morning, actually. If anybody
we sure did.
Doodles, tell us about the experience. What are your thoughts on the live stream? How'd that go?
Man, I got my feelings hurt. A lot. You know, I just kept getting hit. But it was cool. You know, I had some good games where I was throwing out a bunch and I kept knocking people out, and that was good. But I felt like I kept getting hit a lot, you know, and I sucked at it. So, but you know what? I think we're gonna get there.
We'll get. Oh yeah, dude, we were rocking. We did pretty well overall. Like, nicely done. Well, if anybody wants, check out Doodles. He is streaming every week with us. He's also. You've been doing a little bit more streaming yourself. Doing some Rocket League and whatnot. So check him out. Oh, you know what? I did this on. I intentionally created this. Just check him out at Doodly Doo. Right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Horribly inconsistent. Please show up. It's great, and it's gonna be a good thing.
It's wonderful. I love it, Doodles. You're fantastic, just fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, well, Chaz, let's let our viewers get to know you a little bit more in depth. I mean, you've been on a couple of times. So first off, Over and Under Artists Exposed. Tell us a little bit about your show, what you're putting out lately. Yeah, what you got?
So it's just the show where I talk with creatives about the highs and lows of pursuing their craft. It just gets to know them more as people rather than just artists or whatever. So I have it coming out, I believe, this Friday. So we'll see how that goes.
I noticed you've been putting out a little bit more content lately compared to last time you were on. So how's that been? Getting more out there? Has it been an adventure?
It's always been an adventure, but I'm sure you can attest to this too. Is like when you have shows running or like Twitch channels or all that, it's really hard to stay on top of sharing everything and making content for that, so producing some of the content from like past episodes and stuff, like it just makes it so I'm busy, so I'm not just laying around doing nothing. So if the show's dead, I'm like, well, I'll just create some stuff from past episodes and put them out there. So
not bad. I dig it. I'm loving all the content you've been putting out. So
Thanks,
keep it up. Absolutely love it. I also want to point out, so you are on Gaggle of Geeks, the Gaggle of Geeks Show, right? You are the co-host here, and Patrick is out of town this week, so you kind of took on this challenge yourself. You had a guest on as well. Tell us about that. How was that?
Dude, it went pretty well. Deuce is an awesome guy to talk with and nerd out about stuff, so it was nice diving into stuff with him. But unfortunately, there were some tech issues with my internet. So I had a feeling it would go out too, so I had him, get into the stream, and I'm like, hey, if it goes out, you have to push this. We'll be back. The 5-minute thing. And then so it went well though, dude. It went really smooth. And then I had to do all the content for that afterwards, like all the clips and stuff for YouTube. I had to post all those too. So
it's a lot harder than people actually think it is. Like last week, I didn't even make I didn't snip anything because I'm like, this is just too much work this week. Like,
I've been learning about it. You've been showing me a little bit here and there because I'm a super novice, but like you've been showing me a little bit, and it is an undertaking for sure. Yeah. I can see that.
We've putting the script together. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, like, the benefits of doing like the virtual stuff like we are right now is when we switch to different segments, we can see like how long we've been live for. So you can just write down that number so you know that in post. But when you're doing it in person with like the main Gaggle of Geeks show, I don't know how Patrick is able to find all the clips so quickly. I'm like, dude, we cover so much stuff. It's wild.
Yeah.
Just hitting flags all the time. It's got to be.
He mentioned that he has a flagging system. I don't remember what it is, but he has a way of flagging.
Does he?
I believe he does. We'll have to ask him about it, but I think either he mentioned it or like just gave me a suggestion, I suppose, on how I could do it. But like, I think he has a way.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, my brain is everywhere, y'all. Let's jump into things here. So, also I'll throw mine up as well if you want to follow me anywhere. I've been so inconsistently streaming as well, but you can always catch me here and whatever else. I don't know. We'll just throw that out there. Moving on, we have our think about it question. Our icebreaker, if you will. Now, I'm going to pass this one off to Doodles. You actually came up with the question today, so it is yours to pose. The floor is yours.
Okay, so here's the question today. You have to combine two of your favorite, like two games that you want to play, like simultaneously, but you got to figure out how we're going to do it. So we got to make them one game, right? So we're going to do like two games, make them one game, and how is this game going to turn out? Let's hear your games. Do you want me to go first? I have a game.
You know what? Yes, please, because I
right.
still have not come up with exactly what I want yet.
I stayed on topic and I can rant for a bit. So let's get it.
Do it, rant for a bit. While you're doing that, you go ahead and start ranting. I'm going to start looking through my games now. And
right.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, you do that. So the thing is, what's today's episode? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about you want to say it?
Spooder Moons?
Spooder Moons. So we're gonna do Spider-Man is gonna be the one game that we're gonna talk about with this, and I'm gonna combine this game with Grand Theft Auto because I want evil Spider-Man swinging into cars and stealing them, so he can drive around and drive off of like the biggest jump ever, jump out, swing in, kick like a bad guy in the face, and then just like keep going. And I just want the experience of Spider-Man GTA. I think it would be cool.
Right. You're going to have to bear with me because my brain went to a very specific image as you said that. Okay. So here's what I want. I want that ramp, right? And then Spider-Man jumps out of the car. Okay. And then he jumps up and he takes his webs, right? And he does a flip and yeets the car even further. And then Spider-Man onto it, zips in, and just like flies that. Just woo!
See, exactly. So that's kind of like what I was saying. So I love what you're talking about, what you're bringing to the table. Your notes, great notes. I like these notes. Let's make this game. I want to play it.
There's got to be a mod somewhere. Chaz, it looks like you have a thought. What's on your mind here?
Well, going back to that too. Hold on. Like you said, I like him yeeting the car. Right? You're like, oh my god, like that just changes that. But in the process of all that too, you have to be scored on how many tricks and stuff you do in midair in that small span of time that you yeet that car.
Yes. What if? What if you get an extra combo for if you yeet the car and it turns, and then you do like the web launch through the front of the car and out the back of the car, and then
through it.
High five Aunt May. Something like that. I think it'd be cool.
All out. Oh, I love it. I feel like this is a mod that needs to happen now. I'm in. Let's go.
I think
hell yeah.
All right, Chaz, what are your thoughts? What games would you combine?
All right, here's the thing. Okay. We have Skyrim, which I'm sure we're all familiar with by now. It's been out for 9 years.
Yeah, like a decade. Yep.
Yeah.
It is a very large game for us. Yeah.
But then we also have EA trying to do Star Wars games, but they're just like they're fun, but it's not like the Star Wars experience, right? So if we got like a Star Wars universe with Skyrim style where it's like all first person lightsabers and stuff, and like you choose the dark side if you want,
please.
Okay, so like a full choice, kind of
RPG, dude. Full on RPG.
Full Star Wars RPG.
Yeah, dude.
Just
and like
free roam.
Free roam. Make it M rated. Like don't try to pander to the teen age that Star Wars does. Make it the M rated that like.
Okay.
Throw in the big droids. Let us drive them.
Yep. Let us cut people in half. Like, let us see the results of us cutting people in half.
Oh, like the VR simulators. That would be great.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
That would have been good. Those have been good.
Have you guys had a chance to play with like PlayStation VR or anything?
No,
I played Iron Man VR for a bit, and it was interesting.
You say that like in a good way or a bad way?
Oh, it was. I mean, I don't think I'm a good Iron Man, which hurts my soul. It hurts my soul to say
Iron
that.
Man himself. I love
Iron Man. All right, because that hurts me to say that, and that game made me acknowledge it. I think I'm Team Spider-Man more now, and that hurts. But it's okay. Passing the torch. We're just gonna pass the torch, and it's gonna keep going.
That's kind of what they did with the movies as well. So I mean,
exactly.
I don't know who they're making is the new Tony Stark. Have they discussed that?
Not to my knowledge.
Like main. Okay, it's probably going to be Spider-Man if we're honest, but yeah, it just is. Okay, I killed the whole vibe there with one simple question.
My heart hurts now. I'm thinking of stuff that I don't want to think about, and I'm crying internally.
That Marvel TV show, The What If, right? It has Tony Stark in it, but like it's not voiced by Downey Jr.
Oh, I mean, it sounded the voices actor nailed Robert. Like
right.
I feel the Tony Stark. It sounds like you could probably pass it off as Robert if you really wanted to. So mad props to the voice actor that took over that particular role and killed it. Yeah. Nailed it. I'm gonna go with nailed it. That sounds more
nailed it.
Like they yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I like
yeah. Oh god, you guys.
I love it. It's good stuff.
So silly. You're so silly. Okay, so I'll do my game now.
Let's hear it.
This is how we're gonna play this game.
Okay.
And it's gonna be really interesting.
High expectations right now.
I am going to start talking. And then at some point in time, it's going to get to a conclusion. And that is how we're going to play this game because I have absolutely no idea what games I would want to merge.
Throw out a random game?
Right. So here's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay. So you said Star Wars games. And I'm like, oh man, a Star Wars game. VR with, mix it with a driving game. Well, wait, no, that's Star Wars Squadrons. Crap. What about if we did like a Diablo mixed with, say, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Oh, wait, no, that's Demon Souls. So
that's a good idea, though. I mean, I like that idea, though. What if we did like Star Wars Assassin's Creed and the hidden blade was a lightsaber? Like, let's do stuff.
That's not a bad idea.
I thought about it. I wanted to say it. I was waiting for a chance to say it. Yeah, I said it.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. Ubisoft is actually making an RPG free roam Star Wars game. It's already happening. So you just named their game again. Like these are all these ideas are just already made, is what I'm saying.
Did I get the job? Did I get the job then?
You the job here. Like I think your games that you chose are the ultimate ones.
Wait, I want to shout out to Chaz's idea too. Right. Like that Star Wars Skyrim.
Dude, I just want a dark Star Wars game. That's all I want.
Play as a Sith, completely Sith story. Just really messed up. Like we're talking like creation of the Sith.
Yeah. Well, because like, dude, the Sith side is really cool, right? But it's like that Harry Potter game that's coming out too. Like if I can't be an evil wizard, I'm gonna be really sad.
Yeah,
right? I want to be the better one of Voldemort that inspired Voldemort, and like,
I just want to be David Tennant in anything he's ever done. So I want to be the David Tennant in Harry Potter, where he's like crazy. So I just want to be that guy. Okay. Let me do that. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll change into the Doctor Who game where I could be the number 10, and that'll be cool too.
Hey, I'm here for it. I mean, you're not wrong there. Not wrong there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. I think we've covered it. I didn't give a very good answer, but I do think we covered our think about it question. Thank you everybody for joining our that section there. We're gonna move on to our next segment. It is, of course, our not so breaking news. News from around the week that video game world is all abuzz about. There was a lot on Twitter. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of shut off from the world, so I have like 3 big announcements for us today, y'all. So the first one we'll leave that up for a minute here. Can't go anywhere without mentioning the new Switch, right? So we have the new Switch announced, 7-inch OLED screen.
Big screen.
Awesome. It's a big screen, bigger, whatever else. It adds a LAN port. Yeah. Fantastic.
But it's still at 720p.
And it has 720p, no 4K at all.
60 FPS. Let's get it.
Still great for OLED if you're not going to do 4K, right?
Yeah, dude. Right? I can't wait to hit up Stardew Valley with these iconic graphics on this thing.
I understand if you can't do 4K on the actual Switch, but at least on my TV let me do 4K. Is it what's the limitation here? Why would they not want to go with 4K? What do you have any can you guys think of any possible reason why they would go without 4K this time around?
I don't. Maybe just not the capacity for it. I mean, they just might not have the technology to make it into a little thing. But maybe their system is just I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a tech guy. I don't know.
That's weird though, because our phones can do 4K, and that's the same concept.
That is a great point. I'm just gonna say I think Chaz is throwing out great points today, and I'm just gonna say that. I think that's a great point.
It's the Chaz at this point. Chaz just taking and throwing all the good points out.
That was a good point.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Love it. I view this as a disappointment, guys. This I don't know. It kind of sucks. Cool. It has a LAN.
You can play Legend of Zelda bigger, and that's better. It's better.
It is, but I don't know.
You get a bigger screen.
Yeah, bigger screen. All right, guys. So $350. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
It's one of the things that happened. Yeah.
It is one of the things that happened this week. Guys, more not so breaking news. PlayStation, they had a state of play this week. Did any of you guys get a chance to catch any of that?
I did not.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So,
sorry.
I went through and watched, not even watched it after the fact. I read some articles about it after, just to kind of see what was brought. And I had a snarky comment for almost every single one of them. And I don't know if I'm going to actually say them, but it is.
Matthew, I love how you just want to hate on PlayStation so hard.
No, it's not.
It hurts me.
I said it's a snarky comment, not that it was a negative comment. Jeez.
Gotcha. Never mind. I take it back. I walk it back. That's my bad. That's my bad.
We have Moss Book 2 that is just Redwall. Let's be honest here. We have Arcageddon, which is basically save an arcade. Say you're saving an arcade. It actually looks really fun. That's one I may have us have to get on and play. If you get the chance, check it out. It's kind of brawly, but not. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks like a combination of 12 different games, and it looks really fun. So check it out. Okay, and then we have Tribes of Midgard, which is nothing more than Viking Diablo. We have Fist, and I do recommend you guys check this one out. Fist, F-I-S-T, all capitalized like space. I don't know what it stands for, but anyway, which is nothing more than Zootopia 2042. You'll know what. Look that up. I'm not even kidding. Here, let's do this.
Let's see.
Yes, check this out. Forged in Shadow Torch. Okay, that makes sense. That's what Fist stands for. Y'all.
I know what it stands for, but not that.
Okay.
I know. I was like, dude, you're gonna make me search this game, and I'm gonna end on the list. I don't want to.
Y'all. Okay, this is what I'm referring to when I say that it is. It's Zootopia 2042.
Okay.
It's because it's Battlefield mixed with Zootopia.
Oh my gosh, it's like Digimon with it's like Digimon, but with like battle bots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks interesting, but Zootopia. Tell me I'm wrong. Zootopia.
Steampunk Skyrim Zootopia.
Steampunk Skyrim Zootopia. Oh, as we see what my background looks like, I'm gonna stop sharing.
Knight.
All right, y'all. Arkham Knight. Yeah. Oh, it's better than the last one I had. I'm actually glad I changed it because it had some very inappropriate words on the.
Yeah, dude. It
background.
said pineapple belonged on pizza.
Pineapple belongs.
It does.
Oh yeah, that's
All right.
That's my bad.
Okay, moving on, guys. Moving on. So we do have a couple other from this state of play. We have Death Stranding director's cut. The announcement moving to PS5. Go ahead. Yeah, Chaz.
So I was going to ask you this then because Ghost of how do you say it? Ghost of
Tsushima.
Yeah,
Ghost of Tsushima.
They have a director's cut coming out too.
Yes.
But there's a lot of pissed off people because it looks like they might have to rebuy it or spend a little bit more money on it than like if you have never played it, you just buy the DC.
It is additional. Yeah, they did say something about you can upgrade your version to
it's
get
like $30, right?
Cut. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't mind paying for it because the game itself so beautifully written. Have you played it? Any of you?
I have not.
It's a great game. Story, beautiful. You're trying to fight off Mongols. I know it's not the story we're talking about today. Great game. I'm excited for the director's cut. I'm going to buy it.
All right. That's fair. My question for you then really just comes down to, are you treating this more, are they treating it more like a DLC where you like upgrade to the director's cut? That's what we found in the article, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking they were saying, yeah. So I remember right.
How much, Chaz, it sounds like you may have looked at this. How much did you say that the upgrade cost was going to be?
So it's going to be like an additional $30.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So if you bought it on the PS4 and then you spend $30 more on it, right? It's going to be like $90 overall that you spend. Whereas if you never played the game and you just buy the director's cut version, it's going to be the $70 price point.
I'm going to be honest though. I have a hard time getting mad at them charging for an additional content. I have a harder time with getting mad at Ghost of Tsushima for charging for DLC. Whereas when you play Destiny, you have to buy a new game every time they decide they want to release new content.
That's
like,
really.
I can't really fault for a DLC. Like,
well,
if it's good, if you will have to see if it's worth the $30.
Doodles.
It'll be great.
Here's what we're saying though. All right. Here's where the dilemma actually lies. Okay. It's okay for them to upgrade or to charge for DLCs, whatever else, right?
Right.
But you bought the game at $60 when it first came out. Now you need to pay $30 to upgrade. So you paid how much for this game for the director's cut?
So total would be $90.
It'd be $90.
But that goes with anything you buy a DLC for, though.
Well, no, bear with me. I can buy the director's cut right now. I don't own the game. I can buy the director's cut for $60-$70.
Okay,
that's what they're saying. They're charging more for the DLC than to actually just repurchase. Like if you just purchase the game outright, that's the problem.
I get what you're saying. Okay, so I can see why it would be like upsetting for people who had bought the game. Yeah, I can see that. Mm. I think you should probably charge the $90 for it. Say, bro. Like if you want to fight your fans, we bought the game. Like, dude, I'm just gonna say it is a little bit of a spit to the face. Like, I mean, I don't know. I bought Sea of Thieves, and then a bunch of people got it for free the first day Xbox Game Pass came out. So, like, salty. I get it, but like, I don't know.
I'm still salty about that one too.
You gotta be a duck. You gotta be a duck. Let the water roll off your back. You gotta be a duck.
Is what it is. All right, y'all. A couple last things. I also wanted to make another snarky comment about Hunter's Arena Legends, which is nothing more than Demon's Souls meets Mortal Kombat. Okay, there you go.
Hey, these are both fun games, all right?
They're both great games.
Souls. Demon Combat.
On this, they were just snarky comments that came to my mind as I was watching them, and they're not bashing. I'd do the same thing to Xbox. I actually didn't look up Xbox news this week though, mostly because I was so excited to start on Spider-Man that I'm just like, nah, I'm done writing news.
Or a Sony exclusive episode today. It's going to be great. All right.
Yeah, we really are. Sort of. We talked about the Switch.
Yeah, we did talk about the Switch.
All right, let's talk Marvel for half a second here. Marvel for just a moment. So, on the Gaggle of Geeks Show, you were talking about actors coming and going, and within the Marvel universe. Talking Loki at the time, is that correct?
Yeah, the main question was like, are they going to bring back these characters that have died in the MCU? Like, are they going to tie them back in, kind of a thing, you know?
So yeah, so I made a comment on your video, but we're gonna actually break that down for a second. So the comment that I made was just about Marvel doing fewer long-term deals. So like Samuel L. Jackson, for example, he did a 9-movie deal with so just kind of have to put him in anything and everything to get him through that deal, right? Well, they're going to start doing like 1 to 2 movies versus those long extended. They said that it's because they want to we want people that want to be here. So you want to extend your contract. I think that it's just more corporate BS, but that's because anyway.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah. Get
so, like when it comes down to like the shortening of those contracts, it very well is possible that because they have shorter contracts, they can bring people in and cut them out at will, basically, and just rotate through who they want instead of like knowing that Fury is going to be in this movie. They can just kind of rotate who they want when they want. So I actually think it's more possible that they can bring people back now than if they had long-term deals.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's my
only in and out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. That's all. I just wanted to
more friendly contract. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But
dude,
that's not video games though.
But like going back to like Sam Jackson doing the 9-movie deal thing, right? Do you think Vin Diesel signed for 9 movies for Fast and the Furious from the get-go?
Dude, he said family and he signed on for life. Okay, he said family and he signed on for life. Like, we're family. Like, damn straight Vin Diesel, we are.
I haven't even. I'm like, every time I try to start those, like I get through like 7, right? I get through 7 and then I don't watch 8. And then I'm like, now it's been so long. I have to go watch all of them again. And then I start watching.
Dude.
I get to like 6 and I'm like, I'm tired. And it's so hard. I forgot Hobbs and Shaw was even a thing. Like that's how many movies they're pumping out.
I gotta go back to the Marvel Cinematic bringing people back deal. They should just take a note from Fast and the Furious because it doesn't matter what happens there, and you should just like do that because I'd love to be like, yeah, didn't you just die, Iron Man? Yeah, but it was like a sprained ankle, and I feel better now. And it's
yeah, but I'm family.
Yeah, but I'm family.
I always come back.
Yeah, dude, it's better now.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just because I hate it so much. I'm gonna move on. Y'all, guess what time it is? I've even put it on the screen for you if you want to.
Oh, it's Spider-Man time.
What's Spider-Man? Who is Spider-Man?
You don't know.
You're in for a tale.
Spider-Man is a menace. He's a menace. He's out here. He's causing all these criminals. Okay. I'm gonna stop J. Jonah Jamesing it. All right, y'all. For real though, let's break down the man of the hour, Spider-Man himself, the amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll take him out for a moment as he is doing his thing. He can come back whenever he wants. All right, y'all. So Spider-Man, I'm just gonna go over a little bit of the game itself. We'll break things down moment. Oh my goodness, he's
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Check it out, guys. Look at that.
You okay? So you got the disc.
I don't have the case nearby, but it's in my PlayStation. I know where it's at. Oh, hang on.
One sec. Hang tight. No, we're gonna do this. 1 second. Is it?
I bought these yesterday.
Oh no, gotta work. 1 sec. Do I have it? No.
I bought this yesterday, and this too. It's okay. Let me check it out.
Dude, that's so cute,
isn't it? I got it at the 7-Eleven.
No,
they're upping their merch.
I have the digital version. I don't have the physical version, like y'all. I'm sorry. He's adorable. I love him.
Peter, right? Yeah, Peter Parker.
What's his name?
Peter Parker. His name's Peter.
That's a boring name.
Yeah, dude. Peter Parker. Well, he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, what kind of nerd is named Peter
Spider
Parker?
Plush. Like Spider Plush or
Spider Pig.
Pig.
Too. Or like,
you know what? I got it. Spider Yarn. Okay. Spider Yarn.
Okay.
Spider Yarn, because it sounds kind of like
Yarn.
Norse.
Spider Yarn.
Norwegian name. Spider Yarn. Yeah.
Okay,
Cool
I'm here
stuff.
for it.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Good
Well,
stuff.
yeah, no, I love it. I love it. You're good. You're good. All right,
Yeah.
guys. So let's talk Spider-Man for just a few moments here. So
Okay.
I've been calling him Spoodermoon. I don't know why. He
Sailor
is
Moon.
Spoodermoon to me. It's fun. All right, so Spider-Man 2018. It was developed by Insomniac Games, published by Sony Entertainment, released on September 7th, 2018. Y'all, this game started development in 2014. It took 4 years for them to develop this game.
Yep.
But it is glorious, and it was worth every day.
I remember seeing early release footage, man, and I was like, this game needs to just come out. Let's hurry up. Let's go. Yeah.
Chaz, you had a question?
Yeah, what's the average length for a game to be developed?
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the game, right?
You'll take a year.
Yeah, based off the studio that you're working with, along with number of titles and how many subcontracts you have, I would say 2 to 3 years is probably your good average time. If you look at like Call of Duty, for example, I know they use a lot of copy pasta, so that it pumps out a little faster, but they're pumping out, each studio was pumping out a game every 2 years.
Oh,
well, I would almost say like, yeah. Well, and Tad, on top of that, with the way news is coming out, with the way games are being pushed out, delayed, it's really hard to track just like the average time now, because every project keeps getting pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure just how long they're going to spend on these games.
Let's compare. So Cyberpunk took 9 years.
God, look how that went.
God of War was
You're all breathtaking,
right? I know 9 years, and it still flops that. Like how?
I love your 15 frames per second.
Right. What about? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do one more. Biomutant. Let's see. Biomutant was one. So, how long did this take? They announced this one like 2014. It's when they announced it, something like that. Yeah, like there are some long ones. But then you have your games, you know, like your Call of Duties and whatnot that are super short. So, you know, I'd give 3 years, 4 years is actually a good average. What's impressive, and the reason I bring up the 4 years, like look at Cyberpunk, for example. Okay. Great game, gorgeous, whatever else. But flawed as can be after 9 years. This game, 4 years to develop, and how gorgeous is it? I have not run into a single bug. Nope, that's a lie. I ran into one. I got trapped, so I swung too low and got trapped in almost in a wall. It was like a carport, so it had a car in it, but it had a ceiling, and I was just stuck in the ceiling for a little bit because I just kind of swung into it.
You got it right, dude. You landed it. You nailed it. You found
that's literally the only bug I've found in this game after 4 years of development. So mad props to Insomniac on this game, just in the development itself.
And they remastered it for the PS5.
Yes, they have already remastered it. Now, none of us have actually played the remastered version, though, right?
No, see, I had the hard copy for the PS4.
I have a hard copy too.
I went for the hard copy.
Guess who will have the remastered version if and when he finally gets a PS5?
I have a PS5.
I came out on top here. Wait. I'm all sitting here disappointed.
Hey, Chaz, how's your PS5 doing? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, dude. I love playing basketball games on it on the PS4.
You know what? I love playing mobile games that I can on my phone on my PS5 because my friends that are on PS4 get really pissed off and they see that I'm playing.
I'm gonna put this out there for everybody. If anybody is watching that wants to hook someone up, my birthday is in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Will you be 30?
No. 30. I'm actually leaving the 27 club. I tried, but it didn't go as
hit the big
well as I hoped. Yeah,
you didn't pop off on SoundCloud enough. Is that what it was? You didn't release enough SoundCloud stuff, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I say it's a week and a half. I'm not actually giving you guys the exact day of my birthday. I will tell you guys it is in July, but I am not giving you the exact day of my birthday. It could be 2 days from now. It could be a week and a half. It could be, the very end.
It
Who
could
knows?
be in. It could be in
No,
June.
gotta find out.
Could have been yesterday. Could be today.
It could have been yesterday. It could have been
You know
last
what?
week.
It could be next
I'm
year.
just saying, my birthday is this month. If anybody wants to buy me a PS5, I would not be opposed.
You get this man a PS.
All
Yes,
right,
no,
we're
do
good.
it.
I won't beg anymore. All right, I'm done. Okay, let's talk about it. So Insomniac Games actually has released quite a few things. Doodles, I had you kind of put this together. What came to Insomniac?
Dude,
put out-
Insomniac goes way farther back than I thought. Like, it doesn't seem real. It's not. Okay,
What to work on?
let's go. Let's work our way back. I'm gonna go up to. Let me find it in our notes really quick. Okay, yeah. So they have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart coming out. They have that 2021. But going back to 2014, they also released Sunset Overdrive, which I don't know if you guys had any chance to play that. It was like a sporadic
little bit.
You're just going really fast all over the town, riding I think power lines or something like that.
Yeah, they had a Batman version of the game I tried once.
Yeah, I don't
That's
remember
the
much
closest I
about
ever got
it,
to
to be
Sunset
honest.
Overdrive.
I didn't get to play it. But to go back, they go all the way back to 1998 also with Spyro the Dragon, the original. They did
Whoa,
this.
what?
They had a part to play.
Yup.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Spiral?
I searched it up. I had to fact check myself. I still don't think it's right. I could be wrong. And I did it. I looked twice though, and it said, yeah, they're part of it. So that's cool.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like they've put out more than you think they have.
1998.
And quality work too, right? Like,
Man,
primo stuff.
they've just been in it forever now.
Okay, so let's talk about the overall overarching plot for a few moments, guys. So when you start the game, we're well past high school, college. Peter Parker. Parker has graduated. He is currently working for a Dr. Otto Octavius. They are working on prosthetic limbs, trying to make them as human. I say human, like as natural as possible. Basically, connecting to the neurocenter of the brain and allowing full range of motion.
A lot of military contracts and a lot of weird interpersonal government relations.
Going all out with this, with what they're trying to accomplish. And, when you think about who you're working with, it kind of makes sense, the direction and the reason and whatever else. So we won't get into how they play a role, but I mean, Spider-Man's already been established.
We're sworn to secrecy today. We're going spoiler free.
We're trying to be as spoiler free as possible. It's gonna be hard.
Wait, so you're telling me we don't see him get bit by a spider?
No. Thank God.
Dude, I didn't even get to meet Uncle Ben this time. It really bummed me out.
Dude. Seriously though, like we've got to be done with Spider-Man origin stories at this point, right? Like the Peter Parker.
No, man, keep doing it. Keep getting Uncle Ben out the way, bro. Let's go. Keep going.
Okay, do you think here's my new theory. Here's my new theory why they keep making Spider-Man games and everything. I think it's a hell thing. Okay, it's like an actual someone is being put through torture. Okay, so Uncle Ben is a Deadpool-esque character. He's hyper vigilant. He knows that he is in a comic. He knows that he's in anything. He's connected to all of these at the same time. He's conscious of all of the different stories that he is in, all the comic books that he's been in, and he has to relive at almost all times. He has to relive his death over and over, and we're just pumping out these movies and giving him more reasons and more ways for him to feel himself dying because the comic book gods decided to do this to him. Yeah,
but to add on to that, don't you think he was super stoked that he got to introduce Tobey Maguire to Randy, like Macho Man Randy Savage? Like, I feel like that's a cool legacy. I feel like that to have. Like, I was the reason Tobey Maguire beat Randy Savage in a cage match. And that's my legacy. I feel like that's cool. And I feel like we should pay more respect to Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I mean,
we should just write him out. He deserves more.
That's what it is. It was Randy Savage that put him. He's the one that's putting him through hell. He's the one that started all of this for Uncle Ben because it was the only time he's lost to someone so small.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy Savage just going up to Uncle Ben. It's like, come here, snap into a Slim Jim or whatever he says. You know, doing the thing.
I feel like we have our own we have our own IP going. Like I feel like we could put this together. Let's do it. Let's put a screenplay together. I think we could become famous off
The
this.
stories of Uncle Ben.
The stories of Uncle Ben.
The untold stories. Mind you.
Ooh, there it is. The untold stories. Ooh.
There's just gonna be long sequences of him just being really bummed that he has to watch Spider-Man deal with crap while he's just like, I'm up here and this sucks.
I'm up here. Oh, Spider-Man, you dumb. Yeah, that. How many times? I said great responsibility, great power comes great responsibility in passing. Why is he honing in on this? Why is he like, come on?
Yeah, dude, I said you bought the groceries, man. Bring them in. Great price tag comes great. Put them in the fridge. Let's go.
Just out there making fun, like, reliving his death over and over again just to watch Spider-Man fuck up his legacy. Just you mother. Okay. We are so far tangent at this point in time. Okay. Huge cast of characters though. Like even so I'm only about 25% of the way through the campaign.
Is this your first time playing it?
This is my first time playing it. So I slam my knee on things. I can see where certain things are going, mostly because I know who the characters are. Like, so I can kind of see a few things unfolding in a few potential different ways, and I'm really excited about it. I've already pieced together more than I probably should have at this point in time, but nonetheless, only about 25% of the way through, and we already have like a list of characters, a cast and a half. So Aunt May, let's talk Aunt May for a few moments. How do you guys feel about this version of Aunt May?
I love Aunt May. Aunt May is great. I like Aunt May. She's cool.
Great. So Aunt May is
what do you think of Aunt May?
She's helping Feast, the homeless shelter with Mr. Lee. I am actually wondering, if I'm honest with you, I believe Chaz is frozen. I'm like,
he could be. I'm
like 100% sure. Either that or he's real good.
He's
real good at pretending. I'm gonna take him off for a few moments because he's
Anyway, so Aunt May, I thought she was great. She's helping out with Feast. She's running this huge, humanitarian effort to help give back to the community, take care of the people who are out there on the streets, hungry, homeless. I think she's great.
She is fantastic. That is one thing that I'm really glad that they threw in with her. We can put that up. Having her like a real good backstory for her, right? Every time it's, we got hints at like, oh, she's single. She flirted with Tony Stark in the movies or whatever. But like, we haven't really had a solid May, like, this is what I do. This is who I am yet.
Yeah, we've seen her in the reflective, either in the reflecting years of her life, or we've seen her as the hot aunt about hitting on Tony Stark. And but this one, it's nice to see her living a life where she's doing things on her own. You're seeing her experience. She's like I said, she's out there helping run Feast, and that's her life, and that's cool.
I love it. It is really cool. I'm glad that they did something more with her. A few other characters. We got Mary Jane. Now, important note here. I don't know if this is considered a spoiler because I don't know this, where they end up. But at the time when you start playing, you're actually broken up with Mary Jane. You are not. You get a lot of assistance from her. As a reporter and whatnot, but you are not together with Mary Jane anymore. It's actually a broken up situation instead of never got together. How do you feel about that? With again, not having been completely through the story, how do you feel about the connection there with Mary Jane? And you know what? As you answer that, I'm going to bring Chaz back as well.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of like nod to this classic story of the two old flames meeting and how their stories intertwine and do all the things. So I feel like, when Spider-Man meets with Mary Jane back up after they're broken up and they start helping each other with these missions and trying to figure out what's actually going on, it's you find out that they just it was an unfortunate kind of like thing, and You just see where it ends up. I don't want to go too far into it.
Yeah, no, can't go into spoilers. Just mostly wanting to point out like what these characters bring to the table. You know, like we don't want to spoil anything because there's a spoiler in there. Come on, there's a spoiler.
But the way that they interact with each other as with their history, it's pretty great. Like, I mean, it's a good role model for like what we should be seeing. You know what I mean?
I like it. Chaz, what are your thoughts? What Mary Jane as a character? Again, no stories per se, but what are your thoughts on Mary Jane and what her story arc brings?
I don't know. She's always been my favorite love interest of Peter Parker, and a lot of that's because like when the first movie came out, Kirsten Dunst was my girlfriend when I was like 7 years old, right?
Okay.
And so seeing her in the video game, because like we haven't really seen like an on-screen portrayal of Mary Jane since Kirsten Dunst, right? So seeing her get brought back to the universe is really nice because I'm like, oh yeah, this is the true love of Peter Parker, right? Like has to be. And so like what Scott was saying, like their chemistry is really unique in it, and you could definitely see how they would connect, and like I don't know, it's really cool how they touch on it and bring the comic book stuff to the video game.
Yeah.
No, it's fair. Fair. I dig it. I thought it was an interesting take to go with the
kind of a nod because I know where you're at in the story, Nate. Kind of a nod. There's that part where you said you just got evicted, right? You were just
No, wait. Shh. Okay, now go. What was that?
Well, it's not evicted. You just got evicted from your apartment because
you're
Spider-Man, and it makes you suck at life. You can't do other things because you're Spider-Man. So you get evicted from your apartment, and there's this whole like dialogue that Peter Parker has where he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll call Mary Jane. Maybe I shouldn't." Like. So yeah, he ends up calling his Aunt May and going crashing on the couch at Feast, and so it's like you get that play. You're like, oh, am I allowed to hit this person up right now to get some help, or no? Is this a bad situation?
Yup, I get that. Well, we're gonna skim through a few others. We also have J. Jonah Jameson, obviously making an appearance. He's still an absolute prick.
He's got a podcast.
He has his it's a podcast. Making sure that things stay up to date. You have a Twitter feed as well in the game.
Love it.
I don't know if it's a live feed. I don't know what that is exactly. All right. Also, fun fact: J. Jonah Jameson funded a supervillain. They're making that canon here, which is cool. Basically, it's Scorpion. What he does. He funds the I don't know the story. I'm sure he comes in later. I know he comes in later, but I think it's funny that J. Jonah Jameson is the one that funded that whole thing, and it just great attention to detail. Harry Osborn is in it as well, so mostly at least where I'm at, it adds another side quest for you to accomplish.
He plays more of a political role in the game, I would say. And it's
very enormous.
Yeah.
It's okay. So I guess we won't actually. Never mind. I'm gonna take a step back real quickly. All right. So villains. Some of the villains. Now I don't want to. So here's the difficult part. So we obviously know Scorpion's in it. We mentioned the Osborns. So Green Goblin is at least referenced in it. The character is there at least. So we're going to talk about the characters that are there, but I want to avoid as much as possible how they affect the story, what their story arc is. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to break down these characters just real quickly, talk about their game style, how, kind of what you had to do to defeat them, but no adding to their story. Y'all. Okay.
You don't want background. You don't want background?
No background. I don't want you all spoiling anything because there are some interesting people out there. So let's start with Wilson Fisk. Okay, Wilson Fisk. So he's kind of the big if you know who he is the kind of the head honcho of organized crime, essentially, right? So playing through, how did you guys? So one of my biggest issues was he'd charge at me, and then once I was stunned, I was done. Like, he'd go in and just wrecking me, and then I'm like, okay. So I ended up swinging from the rooftops the entire time, and then I'd randomly drop down on him, hit him a couple times, and then swoop back up and just swing around the rafters. Like, that's the entire fight with him. How did you guys do it? What did you guys have to do? What do you remember the fight?
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. So Wilson Fisk's boss fight is like a training exercise for brutes. Just how you're supposed
just
to
a training, huh?
Yeah, it's like a training exercise. But they add some stuff. Like, there's some extra. But
I would say he's like the ultimate tank, though. Like, he's like, they taught you how to deal with tanks, and then they're like, okay, here's Wilson, go have fun. Yeah, like, just throw you to the wolves. Go ahead.
Yeah,
keep
Wilson
going.
Fisk is just, that fight is so fun because you have the part where you're supposed to just web up the turrets, and you're doing it right in front of his face. It's very cinematic. He's like, "What are you doing?" And you're just like messing up his stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a very intense, like, brute fight, and I don't know. I like the end of it where you're doing the thing where you're falling and stuff. So that was cool.
Nice. Hell yeah. Chaz, anything to add on to that? No, it's all pretty standard. Swing from the swing.
Well, I haven't played this game since it came out, so it's just like
it's been a couple years.
I remember it, yeah.
It's hard to. So here's the thing: like, you remember the overall story, and like you remember the gameplay, and like all that fun stuff. But it's hard to remember the exact mechanics of things when it's been that long. Like, especially when you've played other games in between, you don't even remember what buttons to hit, much less like trying to remember exactly how you defeated someone. So don't stress it. We get it. We understand. We get it.
I'm just looking at the villains right now that are in the game to make sure I don't spoil stuff.
Right. I mostly just want to kind of list them out, if I'm honest with you, because at this point, going into their stories like ruins everything. It's insane. Just some of the big ones. Norman Osborn, Green Goblin character exists. Electro character exists. Rhino exists. Scorpion obviously exists. We talked about that one. Let's see, and then Vulture. We have Vulture. We have Shockwave, dude, that I can't remember his name suddenly. We got the demons. We got what else do we get? We got Tombstone, Mr. Negative.
Yeah.
Taskmaster.
Electro, Taskmaster. There's a whole slew.
Rhino.
Really quick.
Yes.
A quick shout out to Patrick Beatty, who is currently.
Oh, we're gonna hang tight with me. I have that one.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we saw it.
Second, because he brings a very important point that we're going to talk about here in a moment. Okay. So, all right. So that said, good. I mean, great villains overall. It's been they're challenging. They're fun to play. Right, like, great, fun to play against anyway. Which
interactions with Rhino personally are probably my favorite. Rhino plays just a stupendously oblivious character who's just a force, and I love him.
All right. I haven't come across Rhino yet. I don't know when they all come. I know which, like I said, I know which ones are going to come. I don't know the order in which I'm gonna get them.
Dude, I'm excited for you to go toward the end of the game.
Hey, Chaz, I'm excited for him to experience the chase of Goose.
Yep.
Yeah. The chase of Goose. Yeah.
What a great, what an excellent something for the Gaggle of Geeks show. I absolutely love that. We're chasing Goose now. That's
you'll see. You'll see.
I'm here for it. Okay, so speaking of which, actually playing into my comment, I am here for this game. I've had a hard time putting it down. It has been so much fun to actually play. I do have my problems with it that we'll talk about later, but let's bring up Patrick's comment. Yes. Yep. Very hard to put this game down. Changing costumes, side stories. That's actually the next part that we're going to talk about here real quickly. Awesome stuff. It is so hard to put this down, but let's talk about this. Let's talk about costumes. We'll talk about side quests. We're going to talk about skins, all of this fun stuff here real quickly. So first off, suits. So the amount of detail that they put into each and every one of these suits is ridiculous. It is so gorgeous. It is finely tuned. Now, I mean, obviously, I don't have a ton of them. You said you platinumed it though. Doodles, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
How many? What's your favorite skin? We got so many different suits. What's your favorite?
I'd have to say any of the animated skins. If you have an animated skin, it changes the game. It's so cool. I love it. You're just this cartoon character in the real world. Oh, it's
feeling.
Yeah, it just changes the whole vibe because you're like swinging through the air as a cartoon character, and the color scheme goes really well with the world, and it just looks really cool.
Okay, all right.
Fair. On top of that, I also really I like a lot of the DLC skins that you get. They did a good job of upholding solid releasing of skins every time they drop the DLC. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And it's hard for me because I haven't unlocked all of them. I'm actually trying to find the one that I am desperately in love with, but it's not working so well. Yeah, no, you're fair. So you're saying any cartoon skin would be your favorite?
Then? I like that. I like the animated ones. What about you, Chaz? You said
Chaz,
you played this
what
bit.
You got?
Dude, I love the Iron Spider.
That was a good one.
Just because like when the sun hits off the suit and stuff, it's just like really beautiful looking.
You
but
get that shine.
Yeah, like any of the suits that have the armor on it, and like the darker ones especially, like do they have the dark one? I'm making sure. Yeah,
the one that I'm talking about, I don't want to tell you how you get it because it's a thing, but the black suit that I'm sure you know of, red symbol on it.
Yep,
I like that one a lot. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I just like I like them. I like the darker metal looking suits.
Yeah, they're sick.
Fair. There's which one is the one that looks like a Power Ranger with like?
There was one.
I think it's a DLC one. It looks like a Power Ranger. That one's my favorite so far. I haven't equipped it yet because like it feels off, but we'll break that down later. Okay, so let's talk. So we have our favorite suits. We know how gorgeous they are. They have every suit you can possibly think of. Any comic book line, any movie, other video game, you name it, they have a suit for it. So absolutely take your pick, right? But the most important part about the suits, each suit comes with its own special ability. So once you unlock the suit, you also get the ability, and you can transfer it around to all of your other suits. But that plays a role in which suits you actually want to unlock, because you have to keep in mind the ability that you're unlocking with it, right? And if it's not going to be a useful one, or maybe you need to get a more useful ability before you can unlock the fun suit, whatever else, it definitely brings an extra element to the choice of like which suit you're actually upgrading and which suit you're actually going to get.
Yeah.
So
going back to the Power Ranger thing, can I show you something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I think I may have found the suit. Let's see. I think it's this one right here. Is it that suit?
No, not quite.
Okay, then
I'm
maybe
gonna find it now.
Yeah, it's okay. There we go. I like that suit a lot. That's the Aaron Aikman suit. You get it. It's a DLC one though.
Hang tight with me. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. In fact, because I am going to become a little bit obsessive over this, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, because that's how my brain works. All right, so we're gonna get a little bit obsessed over this for just a second here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find this suit. Doodles, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to take over for us here, and we are going to talk about all of the different abilities, the suit abilities that you find. Take her away. Abilities, how you upgrade, go. You're good.
All right, cool. Hey, checks out. So when you're playing the game, you're going and you're doing all these events, you stopping crimes, you're taking pictures, and all these things give you different currency to spend on abilities. Say you have so you'll have like event tokens, you'll have I can't remember what they're all called, but they give you different things. And the abilities that I enjoyed the most was, I'd have to say, you unlock the payback ability, which instantly allows you to take down armed enemies after a perfect dodge. Those guys can be really tough. And then you can get the chain finisher, which allows you to get another takedown without using a focus bar. As long as you hit it within a certain amount of time, you can be able to take down another enemy, which is sick, especially if you have like 4 or 5 people around you. You can get 2 of them out, like no problem. That's awesome. Swing kick, you unlock that, and that's basically let me look at my notes. That is Spider-Man doing the most Spider-Man thing Spider-Man can think of. And then you also have upgradable weapon yank to rip larger weapons from enemies. So basically you unlock more and more abilities as it goes on. There's a whole list of them, but those are basically some of the most brought up ones.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
So those are if those are the big ones, let's talk then for a second about the tokens and how you actually unlock everything, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, okay, there's a lot of different tokens, a lot of different tokens that you have to try to get. So my favorite is the backpack tokens. Once you collect a backpack, you have a skin that you can unlock. So kind of interesting concept there. We'll break down in another moment. You got your radio towers trying to get, that's basically your pinging system. It shows you where everything is. It's how you unlock your map.
Your Eagle points for your Assassin's Creed fans.
Eagle point, exactly. Eagle points, exactly. You got crime tokens, which is just stopping crime around the city. You got research tokens, which are, I mean, there's a few different types of research. So you got your Harry projects, all the projects that Harry is having you do for him, and then you also have everything that Otto needs done, Octavius needs done. So you have your you have to like set your voltage on motherboards and try to, I don't know. They
bring in a neat little mini game with like I think it was the pipe game, and then there was the matching of the lines. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's so many. Then you have your base tokens, which is you find one of Fisk's bases and try to take all them out. So yeah, I guess more there. You have landmark tokens, which is your photo mode essentially, which we can kind of break down in a second. But like your photo mode, stopping by these landmarks. Did you guys have a favorite landmark? Did you guys get any awesome pictures from any of these landmarks?
I like the taller buildings, dude. Like if you go to the tall building and just dive bomb off of it,
yeah,
it's always entertaining.
Don't you get one? Don't you get an achievement if you dive off Avengers Tower? I think it's Avengers.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I like that one. I like the Wakandan embassy. Shout out to the Daredevil law firm. That was a cool one. And oh man, there's a lot of really just like awesome Easter eggs in Spider-Man. Like if they have Daredevil stuff, they have Wakanda, like I said, and yeah, Avengers Tower. I'd say those are my top 3. Yeah.
Top 3. Okay. All right. I haven't been to a ton of them yet. What about Chaz? What were you saying was your favorite?
Oh, I just like the taller buildings. So whenever there's a tall building, I just jump off of it.
So
I had a really intricate photo mode as well, like the selfie mode. Did you guys mess with that at all?
Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about it. I'm gonna make sure that you get your point. I want to bring that up here real quick. It does. So the photo mode is very, very in depth. More so than any other game that I've ever played. It took my wife making a comment of, well, he was a photographer, so it makes sense that they put emphasis on that. And then the light bulb clicked that makes sense as to why they have such an intricate photo mode. So there's your photo mode. Go ahead. What were you saying, Doodles? I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's just so well done. The lighting features you can do, like the different expressions that you can have under a mask. Like how it's so cool. I love Spider-Man's expressions, man. It's so great.
It's all within the eyes, yeah.
And and it really changes varying on the suit. Like every suit you use, they photograph well. I think it's a great game if you're actually looking to do photos like that. And I like seeing that in games. Right. How you guys have been seeing that lately in all of these games? They have a photo mode. I think Spider-Man is the one that you're gonna want to like look at for inspiration, I would say.
Yeah, I noticed The Last of Us 2 had the photo mode, which was interesting.
God of War.
Yep.
Also had a photo mode.
God of War has one. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me. I'm trying to turn my TV on, and I don't know where the button is.
I think it's the thing you push.
Don't at me. Don't at me, dude.
It's on the bottom right side.
I'm telling you, I am telling you, I am finding this stupid suit. I know it exists. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm telling you, like we are not ending this episode until I find out what the name of
That's fair. Okay.
Okay,
So
it's
you know
happening.
what? I'm gonna move on then. I'm gonna bring us
Hey,
to
no,
traveling.
we're good. We'll okay. So let's actually talk about well, yeah, traveling. Let's talk traveling. Why not?
You want to talk about traveling?
Y'all, how do you travel in this game? Go.
You swing.
Just the best way you can. You know, one
Have you
foot
tried-
to the other.
Ring.
Have you tried running?
Yeah.
Like just like put a landmark across the whole map and just running there. It's the most painstaking thing ever.
Have you done this? Have you done this?
No.
I'm the guy that will just do laps swinging around the city, literally just on the coast, just keep going around a lap.
Yep.
I'll do that listening to something and just zone out. But you're telling me that you will just run. Dude, I love it.
You know
That's
what?
so great.
Just-
I love it.
we don't. Chaz doesn't deserve to be here anymore. Running.
No,
from
I gotta bring this back. I love Chaz. Bring it back.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yo, like, but for real, how immersive is this game? Like, you don't. Okay, there is fast travel. Let's point this out. There is fast travel. Have you guys ever?
It's really
actually
easy to
used fast
do.
travel?
I haven't done that.
I used it once when it made me. It's like, oh, fast traveled. Like, let me teach you how to do it. Fast traveled at May's house. Only time I've ever fast traveled. I do not care. I don't want to fast travel.
I want to be Spider-Man, dude.
I want to be Spider-Man. It is, and it's so fluid too. And the combos that you can do, just why would anybody want to fast travel? You know, it doesn't make sense.
I don't like traveling fast anywhere.
Guys, why fast travel when you could just run?
Yeah,
run
across the whole map like our guy, like our boy Chaz does.
Now that's gonna end up being the
that's sociopathic behavior, Chaz.
sociopathic behavior. You know what you're doing, and you're doing it anyway. Okay,
This is madness,
guys. Okay, wait a second.
If they didn't want you to run, you guys, they wouldn't allow you to run, but they let you run. So
that is a good. I like that you said that because that was a good point, Chaz. I like that point. It's a solid point. Okay. Yeah, they wouldn't let you run if you can't run. What else we got?
I think Nate's. Have you found it yet?
So I want to see this suit. I'm just waiting for it. Okay, so you swing. You can dive down buildings. You can jump over them. You can web launch to points and stuff.
Dude, you can also web launch babies off the street and just
goodness.
swing.
What? Oh no! Oh no! What is happening right now?
It was like a concert, man. And that was
I'm
like the
sorry.
light.
I didn't mean to send anybody into.
You did.
Oh goodness!
See what you
Try
did.
again. There we go.
There it is.
Arachnid Rider.
Oh,
This one.
got
This
you.
one is my favorite.
It is a cool suit. I love
And
that
tell
suit.
me that doesn't look Power Ranger though. Like
It does look a little Power Ranger. Hey, did you like?
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, that's Power
All
Ranger.
right, I'll stop sharing now. Okay, I found it. I'm sorry, so off topic, but I found it. That was
Beautiful.
We can end the show safely now, guys. It is
You made it.
okay to end the show. In fact, let's go ahead and do so. We're gonna give our final thoughts on the game. Any points that you want to make that you may have missed earlier. Now is your shot. Chaz, go ahead.
I just have a question. Have any of you guys played the new one, the Miles Morales one?
Yeah.
That is an excellent
Worth
question.
it?
Yeah. I'd say it's oh man. Okay. I'd say it's I don't want to give too much because the thing.
Don't put too much next week. That is our topic next week.
Is it next week? Okay.
That will be our
But
topic.
what I will say is I enjoyed the game. And if you want to play Miles Morales Spider-Man, you should buy it. It's cool. It's a good game.
Considering it.
Good follow up to it. Good follow up.
It's solid. It's not.
Okay. We'll take that. Is what I'm hearing. All right, Chaz. What you got for us? Any final thoughts on the game?
Dude, I'm not a huge superhero video game kind of dude, but I had a lot of fun playing this game. I have no regrets.
Good. It is a great game. It really is a lot of fun. Doodles, what are your final thoughts?
I want more of this game, so please keep releasing it. And next time you release Miles Morales, do it in the same fashion, please.
Try it, please. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm kind of stuck on that. But You know what? All in all, I'd say this is a game that if you want to be Spider-Man, you can be Spider-Man and also have enough gameplay that would make an Assassin's Creed fan happy. So
Nice.
I think it's good. I think it's a good game. Play it.
It is. All right, I'll give my final thoughts real quick, and then we'll give our last spiels and where to catch everybody. So, guys, honestly, this game it plays extremely close to Arkham, the Arkham games. When I first started playing the game back when it first came out, I was actually playing through the Arkham games, so it made it really hard to transition over and actually get into the mindset and the feel. I couldn't get the buttons down, whatever else. But returning to it later and actually coming back to it now, having it so close and have the same vibe has been awesome. It made it so much easier to jump into, made it so much easier to continue to want to play. It's familiar, but at the same time still unique, especially with the abilities that they have. It is an extremely immersive game. You feel like Spider-Man. Only problem that I really have with the game, it continues that there's more and more to continue to unlock, more challenges, more things to do. Which in and of itself isn't a problem. I'm pretty sure I'm not even done unlocking everything like that I can as a side quest. Not even close. The problem that I have with this is I don't feel like the story is giving me enough time to really play the extra content, right? Like I get even when I do have time, when it says, hey, you have free time, go ahead and, I get one thing done and then I'm immediately getting that call with, hey, the next part of the campaign is ready to go.
It does feel
could
like
I
they
ignore
rushed
this?
to play the story a lot. I get
Yeah.
that.
It just feels a little bit rushed in that element. I could ignore it if I really wanted to and just do my thing, but it really makes you feel bad for doing that. Like, it really does. Other than that, absolutely gorgeous game. I am loving the ever-living crap out of it. All the available suits, all the attention to detail. It is absolutely 110% worth it. I am giving this game a solid 9 out of 10. Like, this is 9.5 out of 10. This is fun so far. Unless they royally mess this story up, I think it deserves its Game of the Year that it got. Like, I think it deserves it. So, all right, guys. I think it's time. We're gonna wrap things up. I know it's been another long episode. I keep doing that. I just talk a lot for the sake of talking. Guys, first things first. Check out our merch. Throw that down there at the bottom as well. If you have anything that you wanna pick up, now is absolutely the time.
Hey, Nate, when are you and everybody gonna do a video for merch?
I have plans. Don't you worry. I have plans. One of the goals that we have, we're writing an episode, so we want to do an episode on couch co-ops, okay? And on that day, I plan to have Doodles here with me in my office as we play a couch campaign together. So on that day, I have some thoughts.
And one of those thoughts that he had, he told me he was going to buy me all of the button mashing merch, and he was going to let me wear it, and I was going to wear it for the stream. And that was a really cool idea that you had, Nate.
In return for every shirt that I purchase him, he buys me a PS5. So we actually have a real good arrangement. He gets what he wants. I get what I want. I'm 99.9% sure Chaz is frozen again. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this up. We're gonna let his time with us expire. Guys, go follow Chaz again. He great podcast. Just over and under Artists Exposed. It's fantastic. Go check it out.
Gaggle of Geeks video about toaster strudels.
Great video about toaster strudels. You have to check it out. Doodles as well. Please go follow Doodles. I'm streaming every week.
The doodly do, streaming horribly inconsistently. And you know what? It's great for everyone. And if you show up, it'd be cool. And hang out and comment and stuff.
We love it. And then, of course, I'm NatesLegend, guys. You can follow me here. I'm doing this every week. Oh, Chaz is back. Chaz, where can our viewers find you, Chaz?
Before my internet poops again, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Over and Under and Gaggle of Geeks and all that stuff. So yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, let me get this set up here because I'm so terrible at timing this. Again, I'm not a video producer yet. I'm getting there. I'm learning the skills. All right, guys. As always, please take care of your mental health. It is super important. Please take care of your mental health. And as always, keep gaming.